Fireside Chat, bridging the gap between technology and human insight in computer applications. Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is Fireside Chat, computer application. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Poonam Ratan, Professor and DII Coordinator, School of Computer Application, Lovely Professional University, with dual master's degree in MCA and MBA and a PhD from IKG Punjab Technical University. Dr. Ratan brings over 25 years of teaching experience of the forefront as a prolific author with nearby 50 research papers and 3 books published in esteemed journals. So now I would like to introduce the alumni also in this webinar, Mr. Kapil Sharma, CEO and co-founder, conceptualizing thoughts and visions with a passion for technological innovation and a commitment to human first approach. Mr. Kapil is eager to give back to the students community. So now I would like to introduce Mr. Rahul Ratan, Achiever 2024, System Engineer, JTP, with a robust technical foundation. He is the mind behind an algorithmic trading bot for high frequency trading and a groundbreaking system for IoT applications, showcasing his expertise. So now I would like to introduce Ms. Arushi Malhotra, BCA Honors, final year student, Lovely Professional University. Ms. Arushi is experienced in development, technical writing, and community building. She is also the founder of Code Social, a student community dedicated to supportive learners. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma, a former journalist turned academic counselor with 10 years of experience, currently serving as a senior officer and territory head in tie-ups and public relations, Lovely Professional University. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions. You can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the thanks to Dr. Poonam Ratan, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from her. Over to you, Dr. Poonam.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dalvinder. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you to this gathering that marks a beautiful convergence of past, present, and future. As the moderator of today's event, I, Dr. Poonam Ratan, welcomes you all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend my heartfelt greetings to our distinguished alumni, industry personnel, and our bright and aspiring students. To our esteemed alumni, your presence here today serves as a testament to the enduring bond that connects us all. Your journey beyond these halls has not only shaped your lives, but also left an indelible mark on the world around us. Your experiences, insights, successes serve as beacons of inspiration for the generation that follow in your footsteps. To our students, you are beating heart of our institution, the custodians of our collective dreams and aspirations. The opportunities that around within these walls are as vast as they are diverse, offering you a myriad of pathways to explore, challenges to overcome, and dreams to realize. So are you guys ready? So let me start with today's session. So my first question goes to Kapil Sharma.
Yeah.
How has your experience in the computer application department equipped you to tackle the evolving challenges in IT industry? Over to you, Kapil.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for first of all, sharing this honor with me to participate, and I welcome all the participants. First of all, on a lighter note, I'm not sure what the feeling you get when you hear the name Kapil Sharma, because when I hear it myself, I start thinking about another Kapil Sharma who is from Punjab, and that person is famous for something else, which I have zero background in doing at all. Even if I try, I cannot do that. That comedy part is not possible for me. But yeah, keeping that aside, coming to your question, ma'am. When I look back into those times when I was part of the the desks which are right behind you in terms of being a student, at least as a part of your wallpaper. So I feel, the kind of environment and the kind of culture that was there in the university have helped me a lot, because as part of my 1 decade of experience and journey in the industry right now, one thing which I have experienced and learned is that, the change is of utmost importance. So if you are not able to keep up with the change, we left behind, ourselves, and then it will be very difficult for us to being staying relevant in the industry. So I remember when I was there in 2011, and today everyone is talking about mobile first or mobility first. But at that time, there was a curriculum available for us to learn Android and iOS development. And that was the initial era of this technology coming and venturing into the market. So LP was quite advanced in terms of thinking about it early on and bringing it as part of the curriculum for us, which actually helped in a decent way when actually we went for the placements. That is one thing, ma'am. And second thing is, the overall environment, which is multi-dimensional. So we are not just focusing on the studies. I was a student brand ambassador for 3 different companies, and I used to participate in a lot of events and activities that we used to perform in the university, along with the educational focus and activities that we used to do. So I think this multi-dimensional approach also helps a student to understand that it's not all about just what we see and read or study inside those lecture halls. It's far beyond that, and that collective awareness and understanding help us to get more and more ready and available for the market demands. That is how I see it, and I'm really thankful to all of those moments and memories that I still cherish. Whenever I'm around in Punjab area, I always visit the university, and just as a last note from my side, and then I'll take a pause. So I've been trying to have a center of excellence for 2 companies, established in LPU. Right now, the work is in progress with Dr. Rachit, and those companies are more from the test automation side. So it's a kind of thought process from my side to also keep myself connected with the university roots. So that is how I see it. It was very helpful for me to really spend those 3 years there, ma'am. A lot of memories to cherish for life.
Absolutely right. We at Lovely keep on updating our syllabi from time to time.
Yeah.
Let's involve Rahul Ratan also. Rahul, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, welcome. So in what ways have university resources influenced your journey as a student and your preparation for a career in the IT industry?
First of all, I would like to thank everyone to invite me here and to give me this wonderful opportunity to have a talk with all of you senior teachers and all the students. To your question, apart from the academics that we usually have a studies, and so Kapil sir already explained that it is completely wonderful, up to date, and so apart from that, what I experienced here, which was unique, was the career services. The career services is extremely good compared to all other colleges here in India that we usually see in private colleges. Uh, what students tend to do is just focus on academics, and they think that they will be ready for like a placement scenario and everything. And as soon as the placement scenario begins, students feel there is a very big gap. So the career services focuses here in LPU. The career services has been focusing to like mind this gap very like to cover those gaps at very little. And so apart from that, the events over here also help me a lot, like the regular hackathons and other events. I personally used to participate in all those things. So overall, the impact, if you talk about resources, every resource that I came upon during the university time, it was like helped me grow a lot and helped me in the end, helped me got a job, a very wonderful job here in Japan.
Due to some
Yeah.
technical glitch, ma'am will join in 2 minutes.
Sure.
You can continue.
So, Dalvinder, it's fine for us to continue without ma'am, or shall we wait for ma'am?
Yes, you can continue.
Because there are so many things to share, Dalvinder, right? So, whenever these opportunities are coming, I personally feel like sharing as much as possible. So okay, we'll wait for ma'am, and then as soon as she's here, we'll continue with the regular format of it. But first of all, congratulations, Rahul. It's
Thank
good to
you.
hear that you got a very nice placement. A really proud moment for you personally, your family, and
आप
the overall
ज्वाइन
university
करें
as well.
मैम.
Thank you. Thank
And yeah, and all the best to Arushi. I think you are on
Sorry,
that track where you'll soon be looking for these opportunities, which I know we all have been waiting, or we all wait when we are part of the curriculum. But I know let us connect on LinkedIn as well. I'll share my profile in the chat, and I'll request all the students as well in case they're interested. Let us connect over LinkedIn and leverage that network for more professional connections and professional awareness as well in case it is of any help. I can see Ashish sir have
Yeah.
done this video. So, sir, yeah,
Good
welcome.
afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Kapil. Good afternoon, Rahul.
Good afternoon.
Congratulations to you,
Thank you
and
so
all
much.
the best to Arushi. Kapil, you can share with our viewers what are the prospective careers after computer applications?
Yeah, so that's a very good question, Ashish sir. And I'll not answer it in the trivial or traditional way because even though we have multiple streams of subjects that we go through as part of our overall curriculum, but then when it comes to the final stage of us being getting selected by the companies, I believe as Rahul also addressed it a bit that we see a quite big delta in terms of what the companies are looking at and what we are actually having with us. So one core thing, and I'll just summarize it in just one core area. I believe the missing part is that when we are developing ourselves throughout that journey of 3 years, 4 years format, we are bringing the examples and projects which are more traditional and trivial. But if we can understand that there are so many business use cases which are there in the market, and for example, the when we look at Ola, when we look at Swiggy, when we look at Zomato, all of these thoughts would have run through our minds as well. But we never got a chance to really conceptualize them and bring them on the table and make those products. Product development is a altogether different stream. But as part of our internal projects as well, when we are submitting in it as part of our semesters, if we can bring our thoughts together towards some of these business areas and start putting our thoughts and ideas and practicals around it, and when this is something that we'll be discussing with the people who are coming to find the X factor or the different factor in us, and we start talking about the domain first, the business use case first, and then talk about the technology, it makes it very easy for them to identify, that the understanding is not just at the code or syntax or programming level, it is also having a bit more towards the business level as well. That is what at least I look for when we go for recruitments. Just to share, Shisha, we have recruited more than 15 students. My company, my previous company itself from LPU,
Wonderful.
and I started my own venture from November, and there is a decent conversation with Dr. Rachita as well that we'll be also looking for more students in future from LPU, because I have personally seen a lot of colleges for recruitment. I'm right now in Pune, and we have seen a lot of colleges in Maharashtra as well. But the level and difference that is there in LPU students is definitely a bit different, in terms of the overall development that happens. Because I believe from second or third year onwards itself, we start developing people on an overall communication and presentation and those perspectives as well. So this holistic
Yes.
package is quite different, than
Right,
other
right. Inclusive,
schools. Yeah,
inclusive growth is very
exactly,
important. Right.
exactly,
So
exactly.
you would have experienced PEP, Personality Enhancement Program of Lovely
Yeah,
Professional University. What do you
yeah,
think?
have gone through.
How much contribution you are observing of PEP? What are the benefits of PEP to our students?
Yeah, so I'll answer it in two ways, Ashish sir. One is, first of all, having this program in itself is a differentiator, because a lot of educational forums are not having even the thought to have something of that sort, being available for the students. So that is definitely a differentiator. And second, if I recall from my journey perspective, it definitely helped, because at the end, what we need to do is despite our local languages, I love talking Punjabi and Hindi and maybe Dogri as well. But when we go into those discussions, and for example, Rahul is sitting in Japan, he soon will be maybe going through the journey of Japanese as well. But then the people who are recruiting us, they are actually looking for a global language which is accepted overall. So English is something that is pretty much required, and this is something that I got definitely a bit of advantage while being part of that program, as well as the overall way of representing yourself. One thing which I'll add, and then maybe ma'am is here as well. I think the responsibility of the university is already being taken care by having this kind of programs, but then having a overall acceptance of it by the students and they practicing it among ourselves is still something which is required, because what happens is I have personally experienced it that English cannot be taught. It is just practiced and practiced and practiced, and that is how you evolve. So our faculty members or our esteemed teachers cannot do it on a regular basis, daily basis for us, and that short span of that curriculum can also not help. So we have to develop pods or groups of student communities who are taking it as their own choice for themselves, because we have to reverse track the time frame and we have to sit in those places.
You
This
need
is
to
how I
create
see
that.
it.
You need to create that aura. You need to create
Smaller
that
communities,
atmosphere
yes,
for you.
exactly.
So that is what we are also trying to make it happen through PEP
Yeah.
right from the first semester. So
Very nice.
Rahul, would you like to add something in it?
So definitely, sir. The PP during my time, this was the last year. So they actually taught many skills that here in Japan we think Japan is a very advanced country and we have latest tech stacks, but that is not true. Japan is still using many of the legacy tech stacks that are not being considered the industry standard all over the world. Like world is moving faster going to the front end frameworks such as React and stuff like that. And for backend, they have Node and Python and stuff. But here we still use PHP and MySQL for everything. And even with the bigger companies such as Sony, and they also use VBNet and stuff like that. So these all technologies were actually the part of my curriculum during in particularly the PEP session. So that helped me a lot. That is one thing.
Right. So Poonam ma'am is once again here with us. Ma'am, it is my request to you. Please start with CDR. Tell our viewers what is CDR, what we are doing in CDR.
All right. Ashish, we do in CDR, it's a curriculum development review. So we at LPU every semester work on syllabi in detail, in depth, where we decide about the cohorts, we decide about the placement pathways, and then each and every subject has been minutely traced, checked, once, twice, thrice, uh, that we want to apply the Bloom's taxonomy levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. At last, we go for the creation of the something new. That is all there in the, it's a 1 month long process. It takes 9 to 5. All the faculty members sit together, discuss on the syllabus, discuss on the new content to be added, the obsolete topics to be removed from the syllabus, and so on. Many more things. A lot of at various levels, we keep on checking our syllabus. First, the faculty checks, then the HODs check, then the head of the schools gives their inputs, then the Department of Academic Affairs gives their inputs, and then higher authorities keep on track on each and everything, whether it is meeting the industry requirement or not. So it's a very
Means
long
means it
procedure.
is quite evident that whatever we are having in our curriculum, it is actually a current day industry requirement.
Yes, yes. We
Right.
focus what industry needs. We should teach
Right.
only those topics in our syllabuses, because students come here for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and bachelor's and post graduation for 2 years. So we have to finish each and everything what industry demands from the students. So industry academia interaction is also there. Students are also involved in CDR to give their inputs, and the feedbacks are taken from the parents, students, alumni, and industry people. We incorporate all those feedbacks in a positive note, and we make changes in our syllabuses.
Right.
So,
Thank you so much, ma'am. So that was the gap filling from my side. You may continue with your exploring computer applications topic.
right, right. So I'll go with Arushi. Arushi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what initially motivated you to pursue studies in the field of computer applications?
Firstly, thank you for having me, for giving me this opportunity. And I would say that in class 12th, when there is this uncertainty of what course you should do, where you should go next, college, courses, and all, I was a commerce student and I was very confused, just like most of the grade 12 students. And I found technology to be a very interesting thing. So I really liked the possibilities and I hadn't explored that before. But when I looked at the curriculum of LPU, I found that there were so many subjects of varieties, not just basic web development, but it also included data structures, app development, game development, and even AI, which was a part of it 3 years back when there was no chat GPT, nothing of that sort, and there was no AI trend. So LPU has always been ahead of its time, I would say. And I really like that possibility as a student to pursue the latest courses and to learn about the latest technologies. So that's why
Uh,
it was the best option.
I must say all credit goes to our a month-long CDR process to keep us updated. Okay. Over to Kapil. Can you recall a particular project, research, internship during your time as a student that provided you with invaluable insights into the dynamic and
You're able to hear me? I think ma'am got dropped again, but I could get the question. So I'll continue with the answer. First of all, before answering that question again, I feel a bit envious because, during my last visit to LPU, one of our executive staff was there and they inaugurated the iMac lab. You might have seen, there was an iMac lab inauguration that happened and you might be able to find me in one of the photographs sitting behind somewhere. So the person who was doing it along uh, Mittal ma'am was Girish Kumar, and Girish Kumar is part of our board member. So he belongs to a company called SLK Software, and SLK Software is an investor in our company, my company, and we actually made Girish visit LPU for and a conference which was happening during that time from the management side. In fact, the initial plan was to bring him for that computer application conference, but then the dates got changed and all of that happened, but we still decided to bring him there. So I was there for that iMac lab, and it was so good to see that there is an opportunity to have that power machine in front of you and use it, even when you cannot afford it on individual level. So I think that's a very good opportunity for students to see. And from a project perspective or from a something that I did as part of internship, there is one thing that comes to my mind. So there was a joint event that was organized by LPU and IIT Delhi, and it was sponsored by NASA, and I'm talking about a time frame of around 2012 2013, and this event was all about finding the use cases, problem statements, and solving them through some innovative ideas. So we formed a group of four students or four colleagues. I was there, and one of my best friend is there. He's right in Spotify in London, and two more people were there. Both are working in the IT industry right now. So we participated as part of LPU, and we went to IIT Delhi, and we developed a mobile app. There was a 24-hour activity, and that mobile app was developed on native Android technology, and it was solving a use case of identifying the poultry farms nearby to you, and it was a US-based use case because it was sponsored by NASA, and we could get an award as well. I still cherish that certificate, which is still in my list, which I keep with me. Talking about these opportunities, I think they are all floating around, but sometimes we are so busy in our day-to-day schedule that we are not able to see them. That is what I feel is going to be a bit of different thought. I would suggest to have from everyone who is looking to have this kind of internship project shared when they'll be having a future discussion and they'll be coming as a panelist, because I think this is a different kind of experience for me, because when we went there in IIT, we could feel that students there were more open towards forming groups and just talking about problems and solving them, rather than having just the studies happening in the PDF files of the book. So that actually also helped me to shape my thought process later. So I recall that very profoundly, ma'am, as experience.
Okay, Rahul, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, reflecting on the current curriculum of the computer application department, how have you been able to develop and demonstrate these essential skills through your coursework and hands-on experiences in the program?
As I previously told, ma'am, currently where I work, there are many systems that still use the legacy frameworks that are considered not so up to date in the current modern scenario. As we take America as a scene, or some other European countries, as well as here in India. So the legacy frameworks, which usually are seen are not up to date or not, they teach us a very valuable lesson. For example, if I share you example, for example, we start coding with either C and C++ here in university, and which is not considered as of now only operating system. A very high performance application use those things, and that is not a very career oriented language that you can learn a language and you can just get a job based on just upon that. But on a foundation level, when you learn C or C++, what happens is you understand just not how programming works, but how exactly computer understands what you're doing. So
Absolutely.
based on that foundation, you can learn a lot of languages, and you can like better understand and if more efficiently use the easier or the higher level languages such as Python and etc. So the syllabus which was designed here in LPO and which I followed was really helped me out even while improving my tech stack and going into cloud and stuff like that. For example, currently I oversee a container service which is based on Docker and Kubernetes. So from there to here, what I need was not much that I had to put effort from external resources. Of course, there were new things that I needed to learn, but my basics were fundamentally very clear because of the syllabus that had here. So that is it, and like it helped me a lot to like learn things faster and grow and improve.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's move on to Arushi. Arushi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how has your experience within computer application department aligned with or exceeded your initial expectations?
So as I said, I had foreseen the subjects and courses that were going to be made available to us. And because my course is BCA honors, so we had more opportunities as an honor student. We got the chance to connect with even faculty from America. There were courses related to CompTIA and cybersecurity, so they would take our sessions. And there was also a seed money project where we were given the chance to fund our own projects and create the chance to build them and show them to other students and even inspire them or even share them on a public level. So I think these are the things that I had never expected would happen. And one more thing, in our courses, we had the opportunity to create a whole. For example, we had a game development course, and we were tasked to create a full game and present it in the class. And so others would also see what we created, how can we show our creativity. And
Beautiful, beautiful. I would like to say that seed money is a concept where students get money from the university side. They students work on project prototype, they develop it practically, implement it, learn it, present it. That is how their confidence is built, I suppose. Thank you for the insight on this. Okay, moving to the couple, our alumni. As an alumnus, what advice would you offer to current students in our department, computer application department?
Sure, ma'am. So I think let me add mine to the list of all the students which they are already getting from a lot of other people as well. Since you asked it, I have to do it. But before that, I would like to extend on what Rahul was mentioning. So Rahul was bringing a very fair point, that the legacy technology is still there. And Rahul, the reason for that is because enterprises are so big and complex that for bringing a very small change, it takes them years of planning, because the business criticality is so complex that with the one single mistake there can be millions and billions of dollars of loss, right?
Very true.
So for them to have that kind of migration strategy in place, it takes years, and I think that is what you are experiencing right now. And then Arushi brought very fair point in terms of what kind of examples she's seeing here, and she could not expect that. But as part of suggestion, I'll not share something from my side. I was in university 1 year back, and there was an event going on like this. It was an in-person event, and there was a captain there from Indian Army, and he was also one of the speaker along with me, and he shared ABCD of the life, which I have embraced for myself. I'm still trying to keep myself up with it. So he said A is acceptance. That means whatever is there with us, and we are getting. Sometimes we are not acceptable of that. We are always trying to look what others have, and he says that for getting a very very successful and peaceful life in any domain. He was coming from a defense industry, and we were not expecting him to have these kind of things shared, but he said acceptance is very very important. B, he said, is benevolence, because sometimes we forget about appreciating what people are doing for us. So benevolence is another one. And C is change. No, it's eminent. It can never happen that there is no change happening around us. So he says that change is something that we should be looking and watchful about very carefully. And then he said D is discipline. And this person is having such a strict life that even after returning from his day long duty, he go for a run for 5 kilometers, even if it is happening at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m. So time does not matter. That kind of discipline he have brought. And then when I met him in person, I added one more part to it, which is E. I feel empathy is also very important, because in today's time when we are having so many worries coming around us that AI will do this, AI will do that, why we really need programmers to come forward and do the programming. I think all of that is fine, but we will keep this empathy part and add it to all of these fours. That complete 5 ABCDE is something that we as students are also required to follow and take forward. Last thing from my side, ma'am, there are a lot of concerns and fears that are around AI. What I personally have seen, and the enterprises are the ones who drive the industry, because that is where the dollars lie. For example, where Rahul is working right now, they are very slow to adopt these kind of changes. Plus, there is a lot of change for themselves that is required to be done there. So we as individuals have to see AI as our enablers. So we have to consider them as our companions in this journey, so that we can leverage them as and when required, but still keeping the empathy and human part of it. Because without human and empathy part, I think people are not hiring robots. At least we are not hiring. I'm not sure what the other veterans in the industry, but we are still looking for humans for sure.
Absolutely. There will be demand of human beings in industry.
Exactly.
Not the robots. Yes.
Exactly. That'll be all from my side, ma'am. Yeah.
And wonderful ABCDE given by Kapil. Every student should keep it in their mind. Okay, over to Rahul. Can you describe a particular academic project or a research opportunity, any extracurricular experience within department that has significantly shaped your personal and professional development?
So, ma'am, there was this project. It was my final year project. It was an IoT-based system that was designed without cameras to automate automation, and also as well as intrusion detection. So what it did was we used a particularly unique sensor that was never actually used for that purpose. It was known as RCWL, and it's a microwave Doppler radar technology. So what we do is in that radar has a 360-degree zero blind spot scenario. So what we can do with that, and it's very cheap, and you can use that system in places where things you can usually not put cameras, like privacy sensitive areas, and you can secure those perimeters as well. So that during that project, it was a group project. Of course, I had a lot of friends, and my senior teachers of course supported me a lot in that project. So that gave me a real life experience to work on hardware and understand how embedded systems and uh, Internet of Things work exactly. So that was a really good experience, and it lightened me a lot to make optimal codes. Here in today's life, we do not, as a programmer, we do not worry about space complexities anymore. But when you're working on an IoT or an embedded system, time complexity as well as space complexity matters here. So that was something that I learned.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. When you work on a live project and working prototype model, it gives you real feeling of yes, you have done something, you achieved something,
Right.
and a student learns a lot. Okay, my next question goes to Arushi. How did your experience contribute to your personal and professional growth at LPU?
So when I came to college, I had no experience of talking to people. I had no experience of how you should even initiate a conversation, because as people say, introverts, right? So when I joined LPU, I made it like an agenda that I want to join those student organizations, specifically the Block 13 Division of Student Welfare. So I joined the student organization and I met so many different people, talented people. Most of these people were pursuing BTech, right? Engineering, but they all had skills like graphic designing, video editing, public speaking, and so much more. And I was just amazed to see, because you won't expect this from people who are doing engineering generally. But I would say LPU has enabled an environment where you meet all those kinds of people, and they are all so motivated to come together and to do something. There are also people who are into entrepreneurship. They want to create their own businesses, startups, and there is also an opportunity to pursue or create your own business venture through LPU. So I would say there are endless opportunities, and for me, it just enabled me to do so much more. I got to know so much about, like, I didn't know you could do internships in first year. And the moment I completed my first year, I started applying for internships because of the people I met, because of teachers mentoring and telling to do what is good for you, what you should pursue, what's the right thing. So that's the kind of mentorship. And because I'm so inspired of all of this, so I went on to create my own student community, because I really liked all that environment of learners coming together, collaborating. And I think this is something that should not just end with college, but it should just continue ahead as well.
Thank you so much, Rahul, Kapil, and Arushi, for sparing your time, giving insights to the curriculum, the projects, extracurricular activities which we are designing in our syllabuses, and through the dedicated, real hard work of the teachers, faculty working at LPU. They're putting really their efforts to design your courses so that students can work on the live projects, students can get the seed money, student can meet the industry standards, so that our industry can welcome our students for the placements. So I think it's a wonderful session from all of you. Thank you so much. Over to Dalvinder ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Poonam, Mr. Kapil, Ms. Arushi, and Mr. Rahul, and special thanks to Mr. Ashish for continuing this webinar in the absence of Dr. Poonam for some time. Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma. And now I would request to Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma to be on the screen. Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish. Over to you.
Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, the screen is visible. You can continue, Mr. Ashish.
So, as we have already listened the experiences of our guests, special guests, our alumni, our student, right? So it is very important, as Arushi was discussing, that in grade 12th it was quite difficult for her to decide where to go and to pursue the study further. So it is a very important question, and generally students at that age, they are usually into the dilemma that what to pursue and how to find out the good institution for oneself. So not taking much of the time, I would like to tell you that how Lovely Professional University is good for you to pursue your computer applications higher degree. Let us start with the accreditations Lovely Professional University does have. This is a thing which I would like to flaunt over here. We are now NAC A++ university, and this is the highest score. What we have got is 3.68 score on 4-point scale, which is the highest among all the government and all the private universities so far. A few other accreditations are there: Council of Architecture, Pharmacy Council of India, Indian Association of Physiotherapists. We are a member of associations of Indian University, International Association of Universities, awards and rankings. We have wonderful rankings all over the, as Mr. Kapil was sharing with all of you, that it is very important to bring inclusive growth in yourself. So, Lovely Professional University is the institute who is always striving to generate such capabilities, such qualities, to inculcate such brilliance and inclusive growth in you. For example, Arushi is discussing that we have student welfare wing in the university, where the real world starts after five to upgrade yourself as a great character. Apart from the curriculum, you will learn so many things over there. So all these things and all these X factors brings the actual rankings to the university. In the world university ranking, we are at the 23rd spot. In Woori, Words University with real impact, we have ranked two. In Atal ranking of institution of innovation achievements, we are at the third spot. Now, extracurricular activities are also very important, like co-curricular activities. Extracurricular activities are also bringing X factor in you, which really helps to impress the employer. In sports, in Tokyo Olympics, it was a proud moment for India that we have got so many medals, and so is to Lovely Professional University. We have had our 13 students in Tokyo Olympics, and out of 13, 12 students won Olympic medals. And Neeraj Chopra, Bajrang Punia, the then captain of Indian hockey team, Manpreet Singh, all are our bright students. Hunar 2024. It is one of the examples of extracurricular excellence of our students. Maka Sports Trophy, 19th Asian Games, and the moment was Indian Science Congress, 106th Indian Science Congress, and the protocol of the Indian Science Congress is that Prime Minister of the country has to inaugurate the session, and it was the moment 2019 when we had 106th Indian Science Congress, and uh, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi was here to inaugurate the event. His Holiness Dalai Lama, he was here in one of the convocations of the university. See, they are not just coming to give you provide you a degree. They are also sharing their lifetime experiences, and certainly these learnings are very valuable for if you are keeping with you for rest of your life. In the frame, in a single frame, you can witness two presidents of two countries, Shri Pranab Mukherjee and Hamid Karzai, President of Afghanistan, and our Honorable Chancellor Sir Dr. Ashok Mittal, currently a Member of Parliament from Rajya Sabha. The late Shri Arun Jaitley ji, this was the moment which is the replica, what you were telling about Mr. Kapil, you were telling about that in one of the events, they have come up for the startup school. This is the replica of that event which you were discussing. So, late Shri Arun Jaitley ji, the then finance minister, he was here on the campus to inaugurate the LPU startup school, for which Arushi was also telling us, and Poonam ma'am was also endorsing that thing, that we are also providing seed money to the enthusiasts who are trying to become an entrepreneur and trying a lot of efforts to generate employment. So we are always ready to help them via seed money. Vice President of India, Venkaiah Naidu, he was here on the campus in one of the convocations. Gohar Gopal Das. So you will have to meet such personalities. You will be having such exposure to bring to upliftment and for the betterment of your future. And of course, who is not aware of them? They are also coming to the university campus, but not just to dance, but to share their lifetime experiences and struggles they have had in the past to bring the better future for the young India. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, few other actors, dance director. We are also there in the Guinness World Records. We had a record on our name at the single venue. We played a bhangra with the largest number of participants in it on a single venue. So this is a sort of infrastructure LPU has. This is an indoor auditorium with the capacity of 2,500 people. And this is the upgraded iMac lab. Kapil, I hope you will be remembering your old days. So this is an upgraded one. So every school has their own library, but we also have a central library. Over 9 lakh books are there in the central library where one can get the books issued free of cost. So this is the heart of the university, Unimall. We have a shopping mall inside the university campus, and behind this building we have a hotel, Uni Hotel, where students of School of Hospitality they get hands-on practice. So let's go inside the Unimall. This is the inside view of the Unimall, and where you can meet all your needs. High-tech gymnasium is also available. Bowling alley. Even 50-bedded hospital is also available, and ambulances are also available 24 by 7. This is this is an aerial view of Unipolis. We are also taking care of energy generation. You can see the solar panels over the roof. So this is the panoramic view of the lovely professional university. We have a record of cleanest and greenest campus in India. We are at the 8th spot right now. We have a lush green campus. This is a night view of lovely professional university. Completely ragging free campus with more than 3,500 CCTV surveillance cameras. We have an huge size of indoor sports complex uh, of the stature of Asian Games level. You name a court, and we have it in shooting ranges there, basketball courts, even the squash court is there. Asian level swimming pools are there. This is an aerial view of our indoor sports complex. So now let's go live where I will tell you about how to approach us and how to apply in Lovely Professional University for the desired program. Here it is. This is a very simple thing. You can apply over here. And through admission, regular programs, you can find the program of computer applications very easily. Dhruvinder, am I?
Yes, you're
I'm,
audible. You can
I'm
continue.
audible? Yeah, yeah. The connection was interrupted. I'm so
Yes.
sorry for it. So to contact us, you can dial a number 01824 we have our admission counselors on WhatsApp, so you can chat with them on over the WhatsApp. You just need to ping on this number 985256900. You can also write us an email at admissions@lpu.co.in. And for the
Sir,
general
sorry to interrupt,
inquiries,
but you're not sharing your screen in case you are showing something.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you have to
Thank you so
reshare,
much.
I think.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, no worries.
Right. So I shall repeat. To contact us, it is very easy. Please, you can click the screenshots as well, and or you can write it down. You need to write down the. You need to dial the number 01824517000, 01824404404, and we have our admission counselors uh, on WhatsApp chat. They are available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can chat over the WhatsApp. You just need to ping us on this number 985256900. Just write hello to them, and they will begin with the chat. You can also write us emails for the general inquiry. You need to write on info@lpu.co.in, and for the admissions query, you can write us at admissions@lpu.co.in. Right, and one more dynamic feature we have on our website is you can find us on you can find our admission counselors in your town. So LP in your town is the tab. You just need to select your state. For example, if someone is from Haryana, so they can search simply Haryana, and our offices and our admission counselors available in Haryana will start reflecting. So we have our admission office in Ambala, where Mr. Charanjit Singh Saini and Ms. Amandeep Kaur, our admission counselors, are available. So similarly in Faridabad, so this is available in the Karwans. They will move from Faridabad, Kaithal, Karnal, and Panipat. So you can search us through LPU in your town. So that's all from my side, Halvinder. You can ask the questions if you have any.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish and Mr. Kapil, Ms. Arushi, Mr. Rahul, and Dr. Poonam. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding your admission. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit a website that is lpu.in or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars until we meet again. With the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye.
All the best, guys.
Have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
day.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Kapil.